Hi there, I'm Sherry Johnston. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to do a perfectly symmetrical feather stitch. If you're new to embroidery, this is a really good way to learn the feather stitch. So stay tuned. First of all, though, I'm going to talk about doodle cloths and I'm going to talk about a book. And if you want to skip over all that, it's fine with me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll put my hand in front of the camera like that and say, look up. Because I know that sometimes people do other things. I know I do. I do crochet or whatever. So I'm going to talk for a minute about doodle cloths. I have a couple here that I wanted to share with you. A doodle cloth, for me, I don't remember where I heard this term. It's just a piece of cloth that is, it's actually, this one is folded in half, or two pieces of cloth where I practice stitches. And I made this doodle cloth as a class sample, because I wanted to do all these stitches in a class. I had a 3-hour class and we didn't get to do all of them. We did the running stitch, we did a back stitch, stem stitch, chain stitch, and a blanket stitch. We did all those in 3 hours. But we didn't get to the rest of them. I'm hoping to do a series where we do all this. We're doing Take a Stitch Tuesday. We did week 1, we did running stitch, we did back stitch, we did stem stitch. Now we're in week 3, I think. We just did stem stitch. Anyways, I'm sure we're going to do more of those as time goes on, as the year progresses. Now, these stitches are the main stitches that are used in slow stitching. There's a lot of other stitches. This is a different stitch. This is just a feather stitch. This is a bunch of stitches from Jennifer Clouston's book. This is a stem stitch. That's a stem stitch and detached chain stitch. Anyways, enough of that. We don't need to get into all that. So, but what we are going to talk about is this book. Now, my friend Jerry Bellini showed this book on her channel, and then she started talking about things of which I had never heard. Like, I don't know in this book if she talks about loving your thread or something, but one thing that Jerry didn't talk about was the back of the book. And these are not in the back of the book anymore. But if you go, the stitch guides are attached here, but they're not anymore. If you go to this part of the book, she goes over all these stitches. And there's pages and pages of stitches. If you want to learn how to do a specific stitch, you just, see they're all listed out here. There's 3 pages of stitches. So you go to, let's find Featherstitch, and it's chapter 3 on page 65. You use a diamond grid, and we're going to use 4 rows of diamond grid. So I'm going to turn to page 65. I should have bookmarked it or something first, but you know, I'm not that brilliant. Okay. This is the feather stitch. Now here she shows A, B, C, and she talks about, she tells you how to do it, and you can look at the pictures and see, and I'm going to hold this close to the camera so you can do a screenshot of that if you'd like. But that's basically what we're going to do today. And I'm going to show you these grids. These are the This comes in the book. Now, I cut them apart so that I could put, I also put a hole in the corner of each one, and I keep them on this little ring to go with me to classes. We're going to use this diamond grid. Okay, we're going to put this one away. We're going to put this one away, but I do want to show you this other grid. This is the second page of grids. And I will probably show you in other videos using other grids. You can see how much I use them. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Yeah, there's like writing all over it. So I will probably show you in other videos how to use the other grids for other stitches. But today we're going to use this diamond grid, and I'm going to use the large one so that you can see it easier on camera. And we're going to do 4 lines. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I am not going to make you sit through me doing all this. So I will, I'll pause the video here and I'll come back. Okay, look up, look up. So here's I have my dots. I also put A, B, and C on here so that you could, to make it a little easier for you to see which direction I'm going. And I'm going to turn it to the side because you're going to go from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to go down at B and go up at C. Okay. Loop that thread around like that and then pull through. Okay. Then I'm going to go over and down here and up here. And I'm going to loop the thread this way. I'll pause for a minute so you can take pictures. I know that they're helpful for me. Or you can just watch the video over and over again. And then pull through. Not too tight. Okay? Then I'm going to go over from there and up here in that dot. Loop the thread around. Don't forget to loop the thread and pull through. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to go over here and up here in this dot. I want the thread under my needle like that, and then pull through. Now I want to show you what happens if you pull your thread really tight. If you pull that stitch tight, you'll get more angular lines, or you can also, the fabric sometimes gets a little bunched up, right? So there we go. I'm going to pull really tight, and you get what looks like mountains, right? So now if you have done them too tight, what you're going to do is just pull here and then pull here and pull here, like in the, I don't remember. Okay. Just pull it out a bit. All right. Now, if you want it nice and sort of rounded, I sort of like that myself. Sometimes you want them more angular, but I often like the more rounded look. Just pull until it's taut and leave it. It's not like you're sewing two pieces of fabric together or anything like that. It doesn't need to be really tight. Okay. And that is how you get a perfectly symmetrical feather stitch.